Yeah.
First, to approve the minutes of November 25th, and December 9th, and December 17th.
I move that we approve the minutes of November 25th, December 9th, and December 17th, 2025.
Second motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Planning Board, Peter LaPointe, update on the status of active solar projects in town, update on zoning bylaw revisions regarding solar projects.
Okay, so, we had our special, we had our public hearing on the proposal for 66 North Union. That was closed in September. The board in December approved it with conditions. Those conditions were filed with the town clerk, and I believe the appeal period has ended. I'm not aware of any appeal at this point of that particular project.
That was on December 14th, and so the appeal period ended on January 9th.
So,
Or, excuse me, January 3rd.
the remaining approvals through the Conservation Commission, they haven't completed their review yet. Board of Health has not had a public meeting regarding that particular project, but is collecting information in general. So at this point, subject to approval of the Board of Health and the Conservation Commission, that project has been approved. We just received at our last planning board meeting an application for the project at 20 East Street. And our public hearing for that project is February the 11th. And at this point, we've just posted the application information online for people to be aware of it. We'll be putting the public notice in the newspaper so that we can have it run 7 and 14 days in advance of the public hearing. So that's in process. There's another project that has been proposed for North Central Street, but that has not as yet, the zoning determination has been sent to the building inspector and sent back indicating that they need a special permit, but no special permit application has been received as yet with the town clerk. So those are the 3 active projects that I'm aware of at this time. As far as the zoning revisions goes, on the 4th of February, Allison Gage, who is part of the state's, I'm not sure of her exact title, but she's the one responsible for rolling out the new state requirements for large-scale solar development and BESS units. And so she's going to come here for a public forum at our February 4th meeting. And we have not as yet backed the calendar into an understanding of what we actually need to do to get this on town meeting warrant. But after this meeting on the 4th, we'll have a handle on what the recommendations are of the 2 members of the board who are researching this, and we'll have the input from Allison Gage. So that's still in process, the zoning revisions. Any questions?
What was the Board of Health meeting? Was it a week ago? 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago.
What was that? That was just information. I listened to it on the YouTube. I didn't watch it, but
It was the, so they had invited a gentleman from the Boston area who is the president of the Massachusetts Board of Health Association. They're a nonprofit advisory group to boards of health in Massachusetts. And he basically outlined to them the unique power that the Board of Health has. And the Board of Health has the capacity to evaluate the projects, and if they feel and they can document that it would be detrimental, they have the ability to deny the project. I don't know where the Board of Health stands on that right now. I think they're still investigating and they're still trying to remain impartial.
Yep. That guy was very informative as far as the Board of Health stuff goes.
It's true, yes. I mean, the Board of Health has a tremendous responsibility and a tremendous amount of power that they need to use when it's appropriate.
Any questions?
So the meetings, and you also, is it the February 11th or the February 4th planning board meeting that
Allison Gage is coming to the February 4th meeting.
February 4th, and that's a regular planning board meeting?
Correct.
And then the 11th is the public hearing for 20 East Street?
Yes.
Got it, thank you.
We also.
And those are both at 7 o'clock here?
Yes. We also, just as an aside, have a public hearing coming up on the 21st of January for the cannabis at 27 Brook Street. So those are the three projects currently in front of us as the special permit granting authority.
Any other questions? Thank you, Peter. Police Department, Sergeant Tebow, police cruiser lease to buy.
Okay, everyone has handouts. I started working on this last summer. We were going between two different vendors. The best option is vendor we deal with before it's Colonial Motor Group out of Plymouth. I was able to get the price down to $87,702. It was about a $3,400 difference with a radio we can change. We are looking at a 4-year lease to own through Ford Credit, requesting funding from Hospital Stabilization Fund for $20,000 to be added to the current $10,000 we have in the Police Cruiser Stabilization Fund, which will have a $30,000 down payment upon delivery. There will be 3 more payments, around $22,500 due a year from the date of delivery and so on. We currently have just over $19,000 in the police cruiser detail account. That almost covers the second payment, which will be due in 2027. The planned final phase for the 116 power upgrade, we're looking at approximately $20,000 minimum in that cruiser fee account. There's no penalty for early payoff. It's a $1 fee at the end of the lease, which is a title lease, which they actually waive that fee. So at the end of it's actually a 3-year lease, with the first payment due immediately. So in 3 years, the car's ours. The town treasurer provided 3 different payment options. He believes this is the best one with the $30,000 down. The finance committee voted on this and recommended at the meeting last night. We currently have just over $500,000 in the stabilization fund and just over $10,000 in the cruiser stabilization fund.
You mean the town stabilization
Correct.
fund? So, what needs to happen in order to place the order for the car, for the cruiser?
We would need to make sure we have the funding for the extra $20,000, so we would have a $30,000 down payment.
So in order to get money out of the stabilization fund, we have to have a special town meeting.
I believe correct, yes.
So we need to schedule a special town meeting, and then as soon as that's done, assuming that the town approves the $20,000 out of the stabilization fund, you would be able to place the order.
Correct.
And the money wouldn't be due until we get the car. And what's the lead time they need?
They're estimating 12 to 14 weeks, so 3 months. So I'm guessing,
Late spring.
April, May-ish. A lot of it is ordering the parts, getting them in. I mean, there's only a few companies in Mass that build the cars, so we're not at the top of the list.
Yeah.
Especially just buying one car. He actually said it, once they have everything in stock, it takes 2 weeks to build it.
Okay. So you need us to approve the financing plan recommended by the treasurer?
Yes.
And then move forward to schedule a special town meeting?
Correct.
So, we have another meeting in 2 weeks, we could do the special town meeting at the beginning, single agenda. And we could vote today to approve the recommendation of the, I'm just trying to figure out what we need to do on this.
We have to have 14 days.
Well, but, so we'd have to do it for the day after. Okay, thank you, Ed. I know, I love it when Ed's here, because he's my conscience. So I move that we accept the financing proposal submitted by the police department and approved by the town treasurer, and that we schedule a special town meeting for Wednesday, January 28th, assuming we can get the warrant written and the notice posted by tomorrow afternoon, to be the first thing at our, oh no, it would be after our select board meeting, so it would just be the next night. It would just be the first, it would just be a standalone item for January 28th, 2025. That's my motion.
That is second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you for how much work you put in on this.
You're getting there.
Is February 28th the Saturday?
No, it's, January 28th. It's a Wednesday.
Okay.
We're doing it 15 days from tonight.
No, I understand, I don't know why it's bringing February.
They all
It's okay.
blend together.
I think
This
you,
time of year, who can tell one month from another? They're all cold and wet,
I do think
cold and snowy.
you're gonna have to post the warrant tomorrow, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you get that? Okay.
Yeah, I can help write it, but I won't get it posted.
Well,
If somebody prints it out, I can post it.
Everything else we get.
you know, for town warrants, Ed has to do it. But as soon
Or I
as,
can deliver it to Ed or whatever.
yeah. I could too, so. You got plenty of backup there.
Okay.
Any other questions? Care marshal, executive assistant, search update.
The pre-screening committee of Julia and Kimberly and I, will have a Zoom interview of two candidates. Our intent then is to bring a synopsis of our conversations with them and recommendations about them to the full select board at the next meeting.
Okay. Well, or we could schedule a special meeting for that too. We often do. We often, well, I guess we schedule the interviews usually for during the day, not
Right.
necessarily that meeting, that's fine. Is there, I guess I'm only worried, is there any downside to revealing who the candidates are?
I was going on how the procedure
Worked
went
last
the
time.
last time
Okay.
around.
Yeah.
I have the same concern, because the pre-screenings are Zoom and considered private.
Yeah,
Whereas the final interviews are here.
have to be public, yeah.
Have to be public, so
But they don't have to be on a Tuesday night at 7.
right,
But it can be, either way.
No, but I'm thinking about the candidates.
Yeah.
Although actually for the job they're applying for, coming on a Tuesday night at 7 should become routine. Okay, thank you, that's great. And you'll send us those materials before the meeting?
yes, yeah.
Okay.
Chair, could you say again who was on the selection committee?
Julia Madison Elmquist and Kimberly Lonnie.
Any other questions? Announcement regarding budget process that begins in January 2026.
Okay, so we are late. Some of it is my fault. I have had some issues that I had to deal with, health issues and personal issues, and I didn't get it out late till New Year's to follow. And I checked in at the beginning of the week and asked if everything was okay, and she thought it was, but on Friday told me that she would want some changes, which I did yesterday morning. The finance committee took out a bunch of columns that asked people to tell how much they had budgeted and how much they had spent in this past fiscal year. And no one ever fills it out, because they don't have the information. We have the information in, financial reports, and Paula will fill out that information before the forms get sent out. After the forms get sent out, I send out a email to everybody telling them when we're having our dates. I even started making arrangements with people for some of those dates for budget hearings. I've already told Ed and Sergeant Tebow and Peter and some other folks and scheduled them. So even though we're late, I think we will have plenty of time to get everything done that we need to have done. Often budgets come in very late anyhow, even though we put a deadline on it. They end up showing up at the end of March and beginning of April and stuff. But it all fits together and we can all make it work. So,
As a member of the finance committee, I'd like to have it in the minutes that we are encouraging people to get them back to us by the deadline. That makes the finance committee's life much easier. And it also gets it off their plate.
Yeah. I've always found though that even when people are late, we've been able to put the timing together, get everybody heard, get all the work done. But I would agree.
It transfers the burden from them to the finance committee.
Yes. One thing that Paul and I discussed was changing the due date, which is typically 31st of January, and we added a week so that the due date would be the 6th of February. Which I think is enough time. That's over 3 weeks from now. So I checked with Paula today, but she wasn't there when I called twice, and she wasn't there when I stopped by. So I will stop by tomorrow just to encourage that these get out ASAP.
Yeah.
So
and I'll just add one talking about the budget also makes me think about the town annual report. So kudos to Rob Shearer, who is the first to have submitted his annual report for fiscal year 2025 and a first quarter report for fiscal year 2026. And I mean, everybody could have been writing their annual report ever since July 1st, because the period of the annual report is July 1 to June 30 of the next year. So I'm just saying this for the benefit of the minutes. So I hope that committee chairs will take to heart the need to get that annual report in as soon as possible, because that is a very long and complicated process to put the annual report together.
in response to that, I had a report together. I needed to know what the new town valuation was before I finished it. So,
but you've got it.
well, now I have it. So
So you're going to be number 2.
I'll try. I will try.
Any other questions? Thanks, Bob.
Thank you.
Select board to vote to appoint Betsy Clompus to the Conservation Commission.
I move that we appoint Betsy Clompus to the Conservation Commission.
I second that motion.
All in favor?
I. Oh, you got that one too.
Katie Log, bill 592.62.
I move that we approve the payment of $592.62 to KP Law for the current month's bill.
I second that motion.
And just so everybody knows, we're well within our budget. Our budget was $15,000 this year, and we still have something like $12,000 and some change left.
After this bill though, it's 11.3.
Oh, okay.
It's $11,552.31 left, so we're doing pretty good.
Yeah,
But
you never know.
effective July 1st, 2026, the hourly rate for town council legal service will be increased by $10 to $2.55. And then every year after that, it'll go up $10, 27 and 28.
That's pretty reasonable actually for lawyers though.
Someone get 500 an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And this is specialty legal service rates. Comprehensive permit matters include hearings, similar matters paid for by third parties, such as host community agreements, negotiations, and the like, including any administration or court appeals, that's $385 an hour. If fees are not paid by a municipality, or $355 an hour if paid by a municipality. Comprehensive general or zoning bylaw revision or review and comprehensive form of government charter or special act adoption or amendment services is $340 an hour. Election recounts is $340 an hour. Cable television licensing, which we don't have any of that, but it's $340 an hour. Employment investigations is $340 an hour. And bond and council work fees calculated based upon standard factors in the field. That's just the going rates that they sent us. You know,
in the spirit of full transparency about what we pay for our lawyers.
They're fair.
Although I have to say, I've been talking to them a lot this year, and I've got like 5 of them on speed dial for different purposes, and they are really good. They are really good.
and, I don't know if everybody heard, but Justin had a medical, and he's in the hospital, don't know any details, but, somebody will keep us posted.
Well, we expect them to be out in a few days, we hope, but we don't know any more than that. So thank you, Dan, for
Thank you.
stepping into the breach.
No problem, thank you. Any other business or questions, or?
No, last item on the agenda?
Yeah.
I have one thing.
Delila?
Yeah, I just noticed on January 11th in the Gazette that there was an article that the former fire chief, Dave Alver, was saluted after 50 years of service. I hadn't heard that anywhere else. I was glad to read it in the paper, but I think it should be recognized in our town records. I don't know if it's somewhere else, but I just noticed it there and I thought that was a big deal and love to figure out.
Recognized by whom?
Say what?
Recognized by whom?
By he was recognized by Rob, but it
Oh.
seemed it's just written up in the paper, but I didn't see anything about it in
Who's that
town.
post or
Or
the-
the Gazette?
Oh, I hadn't heard, this is the first I'm hearing about it.
Me too. So that's why I just wanted to let people know, and I don't know if there's anything else that we do, but I just thought that was a big deal and I wanted to mention it here.
And that was on January 11th?
When it was written in the paper, yep.
Oh. Huh,
I don't know when it happened. It doesn't say. But
okay,
it's yeah.
thank you.
Thank you, and thanks to
Thanks
Dave
to
Allen.
Dave for all of his years of service.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice way.
Yeah. Thank you, Delila. Any other questions?
Okay, at this point, I think we're gonna go into executive session. I move that the board vote to go into executive session pursuant to general law C, chapter 30A, section 21, paragraph 2, to conduct strategy sessions in preparation for negotiations with non-union personnel, the police chief.
I second that motion.
All in favor?
I
Thank you all for coming.
Thank you.